2 days ago, as I record this, somebody that I have a 1 degree of separation from was killed in a really gruesome motorcycle accident when the motorcycle she was riding on, driven by her husband, had a city garbage truck pull out right in front of them, and they hit it, not able to avoid it. The garbage truck driver is, of course, pretty traumatized over it too. Um, I mean, that's something just horrible. And he said that he never saw the motorcycle, and I have no reason to not believe him. Motorcycles are not easy to see. I know this. There's been a lot of times when I looked very carefully both ways and would pull out, and then there's a motorcycle. And I think I've kind of figured out why. And it kind of goes back to camouflage. The whole point of camouflage is to break up the edges of something. You break up the unit so that it doesn't look like it's one thing and it blends into the background. And in an environment with human artifacts, a motorcycle, even with a rider or riders on it, is going to blend right into the background. And when you add in the parallax of you moving and the motorcycle moving and other things moving, it's almost a perfect camouflage situation. Really, when you have the headlight on, that's supposed to get attention, but everything in the man-made world has reflective parts. There are lights and reflections coming at you from every direction. There's all this metal and plastic and bits and pieces, and the outline of a motorcycle, even in motion with the parallax, is going to just blend right in. There's nothing to make a motorcycle stand out as a unit, a thing. Even cars can be easy to miss under some circumstances. And at least they're not camouflaged. They have a clear, sharp outline. They're obviously one thing. So I don't know how you can fix that about motorcycles without destroying the reason that many people ride motorcycles. But I think that understanding this might help motorcycle riders understand that the ultimate responsibility for avoiding an accident is always them. Now, with this woman who was killed 2 days ago, there really wasn't anything they could do to avoid that, I'm sure. I mean, they were just going down the street and the garbage truck just pulled right out in front of them. No time to react. And even if he may have reacted, but she ended up underneath the garbage truck anyway. So, I don't know. My dad hated motorcycles. Well, he still does. And, he tried to get that into my mind as well. It didn't work. I don't hate motorcycles. I don't really find them particularly dangerous or appealing. I'm kind of neutral on them. I don't have any desire to ride one really, but I certainly don't hate them. And I do think you can probably ride them fairly safely, just like you can drive a car fairly safely or walk down the road fairly safely. You've got to You've got to stay alert and aware of your surroundings at all times. And even that's not going to prevent everything. There are still going to be accidents and tragedies, and there's really nothing anybody can do. I wish that I could think of a way to make motorcycles stand out where they look like a unit so that they'll be more visible and not be so camouflaged as they are now. And I don't know if anybody has ever really thought about this before. Probably someone has, but I really think that's the problem. Motorcycles are just too camouflaged in a world of human artifacts. And I mean, it's not their fault. It's just the way it is. It would be nice to figure out a way around that, though. And obviously, laws and all of that, those aren't the solution. If anything, they'll only make it worse. I mean, you can punish people for pulling out in front of motorcycles that they didn't see, and that's not justice. That's just revenge. And I understand it in some ways. I mean, I can understand the pain that makes someone want to punish people. After losing my daughter in a car wreck almost 4 years ago now, I can understand. I saw the people around me consumed with the desire for revenge against the man who caused the accident. I didn't join in. I know he didn't intend it, and I don't believe the accidents should ever be punished. But anyway, it's the world can be dangerous. That's always been the case. Some things you may not ever be able to avoid. Some things maybe you can. And if somebody smarter than me can take the idea that motorcycles are camouflaged as they are and find a way to get past the camouflage and ruin that illusion, then maybe motorcycle riders will be a lot safer. I hope so. All right. Bye.